Hey guys, welcome back. I'm pretty happy to be getting back to Star Wars vlogs. As you can see, I'm wearing one of my shirts. Now, my first one is not going to be the most, I guess, positive of vlogs. I would call it honest. Now, Star Wars is known for having fairly wooden dialogue across most of the movies. And some of these lines have become famously bad. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the lines that make me cringe or grimace every single time I hear them. So without further ado, here are the Clumsy Jedi's top 10 most awkward lines in Star Wars. Now, as is a disclaimer, nothing from Jar Jar Binks is being put on here because I love Jar Jar. And this is just going to be singular lines, not entire scenes, which can be just as bad. Starting things with number 10 is, but I was going to Tosche Station to pick up some power converters. Now, this makes the list simply on the basis of, this is the one line that people base, oh, Luke is whiny on. In all fairness to Luke, though, he was 19, bored out of his skull, and Mark Hamill later said he purposely made that line as whiny as he could possibly make it. And I've known plenty of 19-year-olds that were pretty whiny. Heck, I've known 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds that were whiny. So this is not excusing Luke's behavior, just a little bit of an explanation for it. Number 9 is from The Empire Strikes Back, and it's during the Battle of Hoth. Wedge says, "Hoo-ah! That got him!" Hoo-ah? Hoorah? What is Wedge? A Marine? Number 8. So what I told you was true, from a certain point of view. I'm with Luke on this one. A certain point of view? That is a pretty lame explanation that Obi-Wan comes up with for this lie about his father. Oh no, they're two different people. Darth Vader killed your father, so please get rid of him for us. There's no hope for him anymore. Seriously, guys? One of the last failings of the Jedi of the Old Order. I mean, I love Obi-Wan and I love Yoda, but come on, guys. Number 7 is from The Phantom Menace. Sandstorms are very, very dangerous. Now, nothing against Jake Lloyd. The poor kid was only 8 or 9 years old when this was made, and he got serious mental problems afterward from all the bullying he got. So, I blame this one squarely on George Lucas. It was up to him which lines made the cut. This was one of the most stilted lines that Anakin had in the entire film. The rest of the time, to me, he sounded like a normal 9-year-old kid. This one, he was putting pauses in there like William Shatner. Very, very dangerous. So, I blame this one squarely on George Lucas. Or Ben Burtt, the editor. Either George Lucas or Ben Burtt is to blame for this one. Number 6 is from The Force Awakens. I never made a deal with Kanji Club. Tell that to Kanji Club. The hallmark of bad writing is when you repeat the same word in either the same sentence or very, very close together. That is one of many such instances in the sequel trilogy that does this, and it drives me crazy. Granted, that could be because I took a lot of creative writing classes, but these guys are professional and they should know better. Number 5 is from Rogue One. I know a lot of people would disagree with this, but this is the one line from Rogue One I just can't stand. Be careful not to choke on your aspirations. Yeah, Darth Vader making dad jokes before he knows he's a dad. There should be a rule against that somewhere. Number 4 on the list is one of many very cheesy lines from Revenge of the Sith. This one, the delivery is over-the-top cheesy, where General Grievous is getting into the escape pod and he's literally rubbing his hands together as he goes, "Time to abandon ship." Wow. That is probably one of the cheesiest moments in there, even though the first half hour of Revenge of the Sith is bordering between comedy show and just over-the-top cheesiness. Number 3 on the list is also from the Disney era of films. It was delivered by my least favorite character in The Last Jedi, Admiral Holdo. a stormtrooper and who are doing what now? Listing who, what, where, and why in the sentence, it's just, it grates on my nerves, and I just can't stand it. It's literally like saying who with the who, with the who, what, where, with the where, what, who, what, where. That's how it comes off to my ears, and I hate it. I just plain hate it. Number 2 on the list is what I see as the singular worst line in The Rise of Skywalker. Much as I enjoyed that film, there were a couple pieces of dialogue that I really hated. This was one of them. Every time I hear it, I'm like, ugh. And again, it's the repeated words. Zori Bliss telling Poe, I don't believe you believe that. Who believes what? Believing what? What? It should have been written as, I don't think you believe that, or search yourself, you really don't believe that, or you don't believe that, do you? There's like a dozen other ways that line could have been pulled off better, and putting believe only one word apart from itself in the same sentence. Bad writing. Sorry, JJ, that's bad writing right there. I'm going to talk about a few runners-up, and I know there's a lot of lines that are much worse than these, especially in the prequels, which probably win the prize for worst dialogue. But I wanted to be fair, and so I took something from every episode. The runners-up on this list are, you assume too much, from The Phantom Menace. Again, a repeated line. Attack of the Clones has got 3 on the runner-up list, including, oh, this is such a drag, and Yoda saying, around the survivors, a perimeter create. And the infamous, I don't like sand. Now, I know you expected that to be number 1, but seriously, there are lines from Attack of the Clones that are worse than that and come off even more awkward and stilted. Just wait for it. Wait a minute, how did this happen? What's smarter than this? And, you will not take her from me! And Revenge of the Sith, both of those are just, bleh. I don't like that. Good, our first catch of the day, from The Empire Strikes Back. It's very cheesy. From Force Awakens, I can do this. Again, repeated by Rey and Finn. And that's how we're going to win. Not by fighting what we hate, saving what we love. My problem with that line in The Last Jedi is not so much the actual line itself, but the context in which it was delivered. There is such a thing as defending yourself and your friends, and Finn was attempting an act of self-sacrifice, which I see as one of the greatest acts of love one can show. It's even in the Bible. No greater love has any man than this, than that would lay down his life for his friends. So, and that's what Finn just did, and Rose kept him from it, and that, it's almost like a robbery to me. Oh, they fly now. They fly now? They fly now. Again, a repeated line. This time by 3 different characters. It's just bad writing. And so, here we are. Clumsy Jedi's pick for the most awkward line in Star Wars is... So have you. Real more beautiful, I mean. Well, for a senator, I mean. From Attack of the Clones. Anakin has a lot of stilted lines, but that one, in my opinion, comes off as the absolute worst. Though, I have to say in Anakin's defense, growing up half his time a slave on Tatooine and the other half in the Jedi Order, I don't think anybody taught him how to talk to a girl, and have you ever met a 19-year-old that was any better at talking to girls for the first time than he was? I mean, I'm sure there's several, but can you really blame the poor guy? So there you have it, guys. That is the Clumsy Jedi's pick for the top 10 most awkward lines in Star Wars. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more family-friendly Star Wars content, go ahead and click that little subscription button down below, and don't forget to check out those links in the description box. Question of the day. Out of all the lines, which line from Star Wars do you think is the absolute most awkward? It can be on the list, it can be off the list. Did I miss anything? Go ahead and drop it below. As always, please keep things family friendly. So, I'll be back again on Wednesday. I'll see everybody then, and Until then, be kind, God bless, and may the Force be with you. You don't want to spread negativity. You want to subscribe and click notifications.